So my stepson's moving out of state, and he's brought his tools over here for me to hold and keep on for him, keep hold for him, and I'm just kind of do an inventory of everything that he's got. A lot of these stuff is stuff that I've passed down to him over the years. And then he was telling me that the roommates that he was staying with, they ended up stealing a lot of his stuff too. So old Defiant light still works. Got these from Home Depot, but we're going to take the batteries out of this thing so it doesn't corrode it up. And eventually what I plan on doing for him is finding a toolbox, hopefully. So he's taking a journey for himself to kind of figure himself out. And we're going to get these tools, and then eventually when he moves back, I'm going to get him a toolbox, put all these tools in there, and some more tools in there, and kind of build him a tool set, and that way when he comes back and moves back down here, if he does, we'll have a toolbox set up. Door last breaker bar. It's got some, looks like some computer screws, a little precision screwdriver set. He's got himself a Hart impact wrench. Looks like a 3/8. It's got a little 1/2-inch adapter on there. Hyper Tough dead blow mallet. It's a regular mallet. Strap stuff. Pittsburgh breaker bar, 1/2-inch. It's a Duralast pry bar. So it's got a charger for that Hart impact wrench battery, lug wrench. Hey, this is my old Lyle trim tool. This thing is the best one of my favorites. I love it's got that non-marring elbow on there that you can adjust. Some, I think these are performance tool picks. Scraper. It's got a little Hart 1/4-inch ratchet set. Lexavon ball Allen set. Husky Allen set. Lexavon torque set. Pittsburgh screwdrivers. These are the rest, some more of those picks from Performance Tool. The DeWalt ratchet that goes with this kit here. So this is something that me and the wife got for Christmas. It's a 1/2-inch drive ratchet and socket set. Comes in this nice case. And then here's the matching accessory, drive accessory set. Hasn't even opened it yet. Comes with your extensions, adapters, swivel joints, X adapters. It's got one slip joint plier in there from Duralast. No name brand trim tool. Another pick. It's a Duralast spark plug socket. 1/2-inch wah blade. Some kind of weird no-name brand. It's like one of them sockets you find off of Temu or something. Hey, these are also tools wrenches that I gave him. Looks like it's been holding on. Got 132. I imagine your last 32 mil socket. Probably did an axle. Pull the axle off. And then the metric hex Allen set. It's got a snap-on in here. Oh, it's definitely old school. That sounds like a probably 72 tooth, maybe. Maybe 60. I don't know. A hard extension. This goes in the 6 probably. There's the missing socket. Throw this in there. It's a Work Pro tool bag. He's got 127 mil from who knows where. That's it. So we'll take inventory of all this, and then I'll start getting some stuff together. And eventually, over time, as I find a box or whatever, I'm gonna start putting the box. I'll find a spot over here in the garage, and for the next few years, I'll start building it up and collecting tools for him, and hopefully one day, you know, when he moves back home, I'll be able to pass that on. And I mean, it's what you do for boys, you know. It's one way that us men connect is through tools, and I'm happy that the last few years, as he's been growing up and living on his own, he's been able to kind of work on his own vehicles. You know, I know we've had our differences and stuff like that, but you know, times that he's needed help or whatever, he's come home, he's brought his vehicle home, and we've worked on it together and stuff like that. I know he tries to do things on his own or whatever, but it's been good. So keeps me at peace having this for him too. So that way, you know, when he comes home, he's gonna have a tool set to come home to. So that's my. All right, guys, I won't get too emotional for y'all. Well, kind of figured while I'm putting back together his toolbox, I might as well go ahead and get this snap-on kind of cleaned up for him and re-lubed up. It does sound kind of rough, but so let's get it opened up. See what we got here. That's a T9, maybe. Let's get this cleaned off first. Get some of that grime out of there. Alright, so T8 is what we're going to go with. We get a little magnetic tray, put our screw in there. We'll loosen them up with this big driver. Pour it on by hand. So now just normally use a magnet to pull that faceplate off. So there you go. 2 T8s on this side to pull it off, and this is a F936 3/8 ratchet. Inside still look pretty decent. You can see it. Put some light on for y'all. Okay. Pick. So be careful. You don't want to lose this ball and spring right here. For the switch. So it's that one right there. So we'll pull it out with a magnet, that way we don't lose it. So flip the switch inwards. Okay, it's got a little O-ring on there. I'm gonna pull that off. We'll save that. We'll see if a replacement for that as well. All right. Now. So that's the first attempt at polishing, not too bad. So you can see the, as far as the smoothness, it's really smooth. Now I can go further, but not too bad. So we'll get this handle. I definitely need to get a tabletop grinder. I'm gonna continue working on this down the road, get it shining. That'll be a project for me. So I'm just gonna go and put this back together, put the switch back in. Let's see if I can find a gasket. I wonder if I can, the O-ring can replace this. Let's see if this will work or not. All right, so for this gasket, I replaced it with a let's see what size this is. Y09. Oh, 09. So that is a 2.5. So there's your diameter, 13. Your width of it, 2.5. All right. Now with all my ratchets, I use the Super Lube synthetic lightweight oil. So we're running this one. As far as for the spring itself, I use the synthetic grease for the spring. So we'll see how that favors. Again, T8 torque screw bit. Okay, doesn't take a lot of force to turn that in there. All right. So that O-ring, I think it's putting too much pressure on there. So we're gonna back that off and swap out that O-ring. We didn't like it. Obviously the thickness is a lot different, so we'll see if we can find one online. So we'll go ahead and lubricate this up. Okay. Not sure how I feel about that. Maybe it's because it's not a finer tooth, so the oil isn't really performing as well in there. So or if that grease is now allowing that spring to function really well. Well, spring action seems pretty good. So let's do this. Take that off. And let's just go with the grease all in general. All right. Okay, you got the synthetic grease in there. Got it cleaned off. So I guess because this isn't a finer tooth ratchet, it's going to take a little bit more than just the oil itself, for where it's going to run the grease. So let's get this snug down. Spray it off. Get all that oil off of there. Let's get the socket on here. Oh yeah. You know, hear that? Snap-on quality. So that's good. Alright, so got the insides. It's all done. We're gonna save this for later and get it polished up better. Alright, so that's it for that. Really need to get all of these sorted out. And slack it off on that. Follow up on the light itself. I need to find what I'm going to do is swap the connector parts over to this battery and just use the cells. I just haven't had time to do it, so that's why there's been a delay on that. For whatever reason, this chip versus this one is not functioning correctly, so it's not properly charging or whatever. So that's why I haven't been doing anything on it. So, but other than that, yeah.